The Middle East is once again on the edge, and this time, the situation is becoming more unpredictable than ever. The Middle East is once again on the edge, and this time, the situation is becoming more unpredictable than ever. In the latest escalation, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard has reportedly attacked and seized multiple vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical oil routes in the world. And any disruption here doesn't stay regional, it becomes global. At the same, the United States responded by maintaining a strict naval blockade, increasing pressure on Iran both economically and militarily. But here's where things get more complicated. Despite a temporary ceasefire, tensions are rising again. U.S. President Donald Trump has now given Iran a limited window to return to negotiations, warning that the ceasefire could collapse at any moment. Behind the scenes, diplomatic efforts are struggling. Reports suggest internal divisions within Iran's leadership are making it difficult for any agreement to move forward. Some factions are open to negotiations. Others are rejecting any compromise, especially while sanctions and blockades remain in place. And that's creating a dangerous deadlock. At the same time, Israel continues its operations inside Iranian territory, targeting key assets, including high-value military targets. But the human side of this conflict is also becoming impossible to ignore. In a recent incident, a synagogue in Tehran was destroyed during an Israeli strike, sparking outrage even among Iran's own Jewish community. Meanwhile, the conflict itself continues to expand. Iran-backed forces and regional allies have increased their activity across multiple fronts, targeting not just military positions, but also strategic infrastructure. Reports indicate increasing crackdowns, arrests, and even executions of individuals accused of espionage and dissent. These actions are seen as part of a broader effort to silence opposition and control information. And all of this is happening at the same time. Civilian spaces are often caught in the crossfire, and the cost goes far beyond military objectives. Inside Iran, the situation is becoming even more tense. Breaking news: reports indicate increasing crackdowns, arrests, and even executions of individuals accused of espionage and dissent. With the focus on war, many of these developments are happening in the shadows. And that's what makes this moment so critical. Because this is no longer just a military conflict. It is now a multi-layered crisis, a military standoff, a political power struggle, an economic pressure campaign, and a humanitarian concern. It's now a multi-layered crisis, a military standoff, a political power struggle, an economic pressure campaign, and a humanitarian concern. Looking back, this conflict began in late February 2026, when the United States and Israel launched a massive wave of coordinated strikes on Iran, targeting nuclear facilities, military infrastructure, and leadership. In response, Iran launched hundreds of missiles and drones across the region, expanding the conflict beyond its borders. The stakes are higher than ever. Because the question is no longer just about Iran and the United States. The real question is, since then, the region has been locked in a cycle of escalation and temporary pauses. But now, how long can this situation remain contained? With global oil markets under pressure, with military forces building up, and with diplomacy struggling to find a breakthrough, sometimes even a small incident can change everything. For now, the world is watching closely, waiting to see whether diplomacy can succeed, or whether the next move will push this crisis into an even more dangerous phase. For more global updates and deep analysis, and don't forget to share this video with your friends to stay informed.